is substitution rule. In the substitution rule, the first one is, suppose U is a compound proposition. Consider in the compound proposition U be a tautology. U be a compound proposition and also it is a tautology. And P be the component of U. P be the component of U. In that P means in a compound proposition U, all the occurrences of P will be replaced by Q. If we replace all the P by the Q, then whatever the resultant proposition obtained, in generally that is considered as a V. That resultant proposition is also a tautology. That is the rule of substitution. If we substituted P by the Q, then the resultant proposition V is also a tautology where P is a component of U and Q be the any other proposition. So if we replace the P by the proposition Q, then also the resultant proposition is tautology. That is the rule substitution. In the substitution rule, there is a one more law. That is, suppose U be a compound proposition. U be a compound proposition and P be the component of U. P be the component of U. Consider Q is a proposition. Q be the proposition. If P and Q are equivalent, if P and Q are equivalent, suppose if we replace, suppose we replace one or more components, one or more occurrences, one or more occurrences of P by Q. If we replace one or more occurrences of P by the Q and obtain a we obtain a compound proposition V. Compound proposition V. Then V is or U is equivalent to V. Here already mentioned that U is one proposition. In that U, P is a component of U. Suppose if I consider one more proposition Q, in that where both P and Q are identical. If both are identical, if I replace a P by Q, then there is nothing difference. For example, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. If both are identical, here it is a P, it is a Q. Both are identical. If I replace P by Q means 1 by 1, 1 by 1, 0 by 0, 0 by 0. Then there is no differences will be arised. Whatever the resultant proposition which will be obtained, both U and V will be identical. There is no differences will be occurred because both P and Q are identical. If we replace one or more occurrences of the P by the Q, then nothing will be changed. Both will be remain as it is. That is called U equivalent to V. That is the substitution rule. Second substitution rule. So transitive rule states that U is equivalent to V. V is equivalent to W. That indicates U is equivalent to W. Substitution rule states that suppose U is a tautology, and U is a compound proposition and P is a component of U. If we replace P by the Q, all occurrences of P is replaced by Q. Then the resultant proposition is also a tautology. In the second rule, suppose U is a compound proposition, P is a component of U, Q is a proposition. If both P and Q are equivalent, if we replace one or more occurrences of the P by the Q and we obtain the compound proposition V, that is equivalent to U. So V is equivalent to U. So next there is some example based on the laws of logic and transitive rule, substitution rule. So consider an example here. Write the negation of the statement. So write the negation of following conditional. So conditional means if x is not a real number, if x is not a real number, then it is not a rational number and not an irrational number. That is the given statement. We have to write down the negation of this conditional statement. If x is not a real number, then it is not a rational number and not an irrational number. So first we have to construct the propositions here. How much of the propositions are included? If and then indicates that is a conditional. See here, x is not a real number, not indicates negation of the proposition. But we have to write down the proposition, not a negation of the proposition. If x is not a real number, then the proposition is x is a real number. That is the proposition P. Next one. It is not a rational number. It is means again the x. X is not a rational number. Again the negation of the proposition. So again the proposition is x is a rational number. Next one. And not an irrational number. Again x. Not an irrational means x is a irrational number. Now I am going to construct the given statement symbolically. If means conditional, x is not a real number and the negation, that means negation of P, implies it is not a rational number, not a rational number and not a irrational number. So negation of P implies negation of Q and negation of R. First we constructed a given statement into a symbolically. We have to find out the negation of above conditional. So negation of this conditional is negation of P implies negation of Q and negation of R. So negation of P implies negation of Q and negation of R. Consider this entirely as P implies Q negation. Negation of P implies Q is P and negation of Q. Negation of Q and negation of R. That is P and negation of Q. So that is equivalent to negation of P. And keep this negation as it is. Negation of Q and negation of R is, or negation of P and negation of R is, negation of Q and negation of R is negation of Q or R. Apply the rule here. Negation of Q and negation of R is equivalent to negation of Q or R. Double negation of Q or R is negation of P. Double negation is again equal to Q or R. That is the required negation of the given conditional. Now write down this in a word. Negation of P means x is not a real number and Q or R, x is a rational or an irrational number. That is how to write down the negation of the given conditional. Next, take down the second example. Prove the following logical equivalence without using the truth table. Without using the truth table means we have to prove the logical equivalence by the logical laws, those we have already studied. In that, the first one is P or P and P or Q is equivalent to P. P or P and P or Q is equivalent to P. Second one, P or Q, P or Q or negation of P and negation of Q and R is equivalent to P or Q or R. Third one, negation of P or negation of Q implies P and Q and R is equivalent to P and Q. Prove the following logical equivalence without the truth table. So come to the first one. So first one, P or P and P or Q is equivalent to P and P or Q, that is your absorption law. Using the absorption law, P or our absorption law states that P and P or Q is equivalent to P. Using this absorption law, P and P or Q is equivalent to P. So P or P is equivalent to P. Therefore, P or P and P or Q is equivalent to P. Come to the second one. So come to the second law, P or Q or negation of P and negation of Q and R is equivalent to. First I am taking the negation of P and negation of Q and R. First I construct that only, negation of P and negation of Q and R here. So using the associative law, I am just rewrite it as negation of P and negation of Q and R. I am just using the associative law here. So negation of P and negation of Q is equivalent to negation of P or Q and R as it is. Now substitute it here, P or Q or negation of P and negation of Q and R is equivalent to P or Q is as it is, or this will be substituted by negation of P or Q and R. Now P or P and R, P and P or Q and R using the distributive law. P or P and R is equal to P or Q and P or R. So P or Q or negation of P or Q and P or Q or R. Here it will be compared to P or Q and R, that is P or Q and P or R. P or Q or negation of P or Q and P or Q or R. Now compare it here, negation of P or Q. So P or negation of P, P or Q, or negation of P or Q. That is, P or negation of P is tautology, and P or Q or R. T naught and P or Q or R is equivalent to P or Q or R. That is the required proof. First we constructed only the negation of P and negation of Q and R. Here using the associative law, I am just put a bracket for negation of P and negation of Q. Negation of P and negation of Q can be written as negation of P or Q. Substitute this value here, that is negation of P or Q and R. Now apply the law of distributive P or Q and R. So P or Q and P or R. So P or Q are negation of P or Q and P or Q or R. So P or Q or negation of P or Q. So that is applied P or negation of P is equivalent to T naught. So P or Q or negation of P or Q is equivalent to T naught and P or Q or R. Using the law, T naught and P is equivalent to P. So that is P or Q or R. Now see the third one. Negation of P or negation of Q implies P and Q and R is equivalent to. So see here, P implies Q. P implies Q is equal to negation of P or Q. P implies Q is equivalent to negation of P or Q. Instead of P, here it is this one. So negation of P or Q. So negation of P or negation of Q is equal to, already one negation is outside, negation of P or negation of Q is equal to negation of P and Q or P and Q and R. Double negation is equivalent to P and Q. Or here I am using the associative law, P and Q and R. Now see, P, consider it as a P or P and R. That is the law of absorption. P or P and R is equal to P. Instead of P, here it is P and Q, using the absorption law. So using the absorption law, P and Q or P and Q and R is equivalent to P and